As you can see, we've assembled an amazing panel. You can all have a seat. Get comfortable here. And there's so many questions that come into our Isagenix website. And so we thought we'd use this as an opportunity when we have this amazing panel here to share the answers. And they're kind of broken down into product questions to give you more product knowledge, and then also usage questions in terms of how to get the most benefit from your products. And then if time allows, we're going to also talk about, the medical side of it a little bit in terms of how those of you who believe that this can really help people, that how you can actually gain access to physicians and the success that they're having in their practices. So what I'd like to do is start off with John. And John, maybe you could tell us what makes our Cleanse for Life drink unique in all the world.
Well, first and foremost, the Cleanse for Life has a base of a very rare ionic mineral liquid. And that liquid is derived from plants that grew thousands and thousands of years ago that were actually, through the Earth's shifts and plate tectonics and volcanoes and so forth, actually encapsulated and covered up vegetation. We've sought out and found these plant deposits in many areas throughout the United States and the world. And we excavate and bring those plants, that plant deposit in, we extract it, we purify it, we refine it to the finest mineral, trace mineral, including rare earth elements known to man. Nobody else does that. So, thank you. We have an extremely unique product. It has botanicals that help cleanse and assist the body in releasing the toxins and the unwanted cells that enter the body, the toxins and so forth. And by consuming the minerals, with the enzyme reactions and all of those nutrients, we're truly getting a cleanse. And when you take the cleanse, it's good to cleanse for like a full day, but to actually get the best results with the cleanse, I highly recommend that at least once a month you cleanse for 48 hours. Because that second 24 hours is probably the most important time of the cleanse. It's very good to cleanse for one day, but periodically you really should cleanse for 48 hours.
Great, John. I'm going to ask Bill a quick question because I know we always get the question about which of our products are kosher and where are we going in the whole development of kosher products.
Well, that's a great question. We get that a lot. We as a company are committed to providing as many kosher products as possible. I have a whole team working on that. It is an active project within the Research and Development Department, and within the near future, you'll be seeing the results of that of more kosher-based products.
That's great. And we're going to switch to some usage questions. And why don't we start with Dr. Becky? If you could just kind of give us a brief overview of the difference between, say, the 9-day program and the 30-day program.
The 9-day program, it's a great jump start, but truly this is for people that are healthy. It's a very disciplined cleanse, and my husband and I always introduce the 30-day because what's nice about the 30-day is the 9 is in there. So if you have somebody that's disciplined and they're healthy, they can start with that 9-day jump start. But I really love the 30-day program because of its flexibility, and there's a lot of health-challenged individuals out there, and so I would pre-cleanse them for maybe a week or even longer before their first cleanse day. So it's really nice because health-challenged individuals, people who have never cleansed before, older people, they do so well with the 30-day program. And it's easy to fit into their lifestyle. They cleanse once a week, and then in between they're doing the protein. So I think we should all be leading with the 30-day program. But again, that 9-day is there if you want to jump start with it. So it gives us that flexibility. And I think, you want to teach people that it's not about just a 9-day cleanse and then you quit. It's about a lifestyle. So starting with a 30-day, a lot of people hit some amazing goals in 30 days. I teach people about a 90-day action plan where they can do 3 30-day programs back to back. And when you get people to that 90 days, there's so many different things that happen internally that they become so addicted to feeling well, their cravings change, their brain chemistry changes, and you get people to realize that this is a lifestyle. It's quality of life, it's longevity, it's endurance, anti-aging, and that's what we need to really share with people.
Thank you, Becky. Yeah, great.
Following up on that, Dr. Harper, how many back-to-back 9-day cleanses can someone use?
The back-to-back, I don't recommend more than 2 back-to-back. And when we're talking about that, we're talking about 2 days of cleansing, 5 days of shakes, 2 days of cleansing, 5 days of shakes, 2 days of cleansing. The reason why I don't like to go any longer than that, because I'm sure many of you have heard of the feast and famine mode that some of us can get into, where if we start reducing our calorie content too low for too long of a period of time, it lowers our basal metabolic rate, which is not what we want to do. It's very easy to keep your basal metabolic rate. Is that after those 2 9-day cleanses, you just simply go back to either a 30-day program or to the total health and wellness program, go into a type of a maintenance for 2 weeks to 2 to 4 weeks, and then you can go back and do the 9-day again if you'd like to do that. But I think that's a much safer program.
Great. I know we have a lot of people that are using our products not just to, lose weight, but to feel great. And many people even want to gain muscle. So, John, which do you believe are the best products we have for actually helping people to gain muscle?
I have a neighbor that asked that question about a week and a half ago, and I'll tell you what I told him and what program I actually put him on. First, he exercises, he goes to the gym, he spins every day and exerting a lot of energy. I told him, first and foremost, you need to take the men's essentials, and females take your women's essentials. You need to be sure you take the Isoline shake every day with your conventional foods. Also, depending on a person's body weight, you need to add protein. So the Isopro, supercharged with ionic minerals, actually, and the enzymes that are in there that help break down those long-chain amino acids into very small peptides in the form that your body needs to assimilate them to help build that lean body tissue is very, very important. So you can take the Isopro, put it in the Isoline shake, and then also I recommended to him that either separately or in the shakes, take an ounce of Ionic Supreme, and absolutely, and this is something that a lot of people don't realize, take the cleanse drink and put it in your drinking water and drink it throughout the day, every day. And believe me, that'll work. Also, the omegas are fantastic for balancing, it affects hormones and so forth. It does affect lean body tissue and so forth. So I would recommend that. And Dr. Bill, did I miss anything?
No, you're right on target.
I think that's it.
Got
And believe me, you'll put on lean body tissue.
That's it. What I would say is one thing we find with athletes too is within that first hour after they work out, go to the gym, have an Isoline shake. It'll have more of a benefit on that workout. It helps repair the muscle. That is the key time after workout is get a shake. It's quick, easy, and it tastes good.
My experience is like so many of yours. The shakes have become my food, and everything else is my supplement. So, thank you, John.
Right.
We get a lot of questions in terms of from people that say, well, I have prospects that are already using whey protein, and what makes our whey unique and special. So, Dr. Wheeler, maybe you could fill us in on what makes our whey so unique.
Sure, we get that, like you say, Jim, we get that question a lot. Some people will say, well, what makes ours so unique? Why can't I go down to the store and buy one of those big 5-gallon buckets of whey for $10? Well, there's a big difference. We only use whey from New Zealand because of its purity and the fact that it has such a fabulous taste. There are 7 different grades of whey. Grade 1, which is in that 5-gallon bucket, is 1 grade above livestock feed. So that's how they can sell it for $10. Grade 7, which only we use, is very, very rare, very specific. and the only way that we will use in any of our products. What I'll also say is that the way that the dairy industry in New Zealand operates is that these cows are fed on pasture-fed, they're hormone-free, they're pesticide-free, they're antibiotic-free. In fact, the standards in New Zealand for the production of milk and whey are actually above organic standards. And that's all that we use is New Zealand whey. And again, that's what gives us such a great flavor and the results that we get.
Thank you, Bill. But one final product question, and that is which of the Isagenix products, and I'll ask Becky this, would you recommend for children?
Well, children in general right now are so nutritionally bankrupt, and there's so many great products. We actually have 17 different products that kids can take. But if you have young kids that are dealing with obesity and weight issues, just a couple shakes a day, 1 or 2 shakes as meal replacements, and have them snack on the Slim Cakes and do the fruits instead of having sugar drinks that have the high fructose corn syrup in them. The omegas for brain chemistry. I mean, there's so many great products. In fact, there's a brochure called Our Children, Our Future that outlines all the 17 different products that children can take. If you think about the incidence of ADD and ADHD and obesity and type 2 diabetes and all these terrible diseases that are hitting our kids, we need to give them nutrition. They need the antioxidants, they need the protein, they need the minerals, they need everything that our products have, and these little growing brains and bodies are starving for our products. And so you should always be talking to families. This is a family affair. It's not just about mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, it's about the children. And I'm really strong on that because in our household, it's not a democracy in terms of nutrition for at least 1 meal a day. It's a dictatorship for breakfast. And it's a shake. It's a shake. It's the IsaKids bites. It's the omegas. It's the antioxidants. And in the shake go the greens and the fruits. And our 4 children are so healthy. And they've been healthy for 5.5 years.
That's great. Great.